So, Dr. Devin, you've started the patient education system. So the first thing we did, actually, Devin, is we did a statistical analysis, and you did not realize how many patients you were losing and how fast you were losing them until we did that, did you?
Yeah, I didn't know how bad it was.
Right. And you thought you needed more new patients, didn't you?
I knew my issue was retention, but yeah, I was
Yeah.
not as focused on it as obviously it became very clear that was the big thing.
Yeah. And what's surprising is we found out that turns out you don't need any new patients at all to fill you if you actually knew how to keep them.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay. So anyway, we give you the patient education. You immediately go after it. You look at it for about, you only really studied it for about a week, right? You didn't spend a lot of time humming and hawing, did you?
Yeah, no, I got it. I took a week to go over it and then implemented it the next week.
Okay. So you implemented it immediately. And the reason that that's important is the results you had. So when you started, you were seeing, I think, 70 visits a week, right?
Right.
So in 4 weeks, you've been using it 4 weeks now, and you've increased your visits. Where are you at now with your visits about 4 weeks later?
We're right at around 100. We've been in the upper 90s every single week since then.
100. So okay. So you increase your visits in 4 weeks, 30 visits a week with no more marketing, just learning how to be a better communicator with patient education, right?
Yep. Yep.
Now you have what's your dollar per visit collection?
50.
50. So if you took 50 times 30 visits, 3 times 5 is 15. So you're making an extra, what, $6,000 a month, right?
Yep.
$6,000 a month times 12 months is $72,000. So in 4 weeks, just from patient education, you increased your business a little over $70,000 or $6,000 a month. Does that sound like a fair statement?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. $6,000 a month will change your life, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
That'll
and that's
that'll
just the
that
start.
that alone will pay for a pretty good house payment, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That'll buy a big house. Yeah. And then you're not even peaked, you haven't even peaked out yet. Based on your statistics, we kind of expected you to come up to about 150, didn't we? Based on your new patients, and if you just had average retention, right?
Right. Right.
About 150. So 70. So yeah, we expect you to increase your business about 100. You're already at 70. We expect that to kind of double in another 3 months. So can
Yeah.
you can see how that's projecting, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just the beginning. I mean, it's starting to cascade, and it's going to stack up real quick.
Yeah. Would you, and prior to doing our patient retention, of course, our patient retention is based on the science of the three phases of healing. By the way, how do you like that?
I like it a lot. Yeah, I as we talked in the past, I really don't like the salesy aspect, and I'm not one that's like a big hype man. You're not trying to put a lot of beliefs in patients. It's just pure doing a good job, educating them well, just having the knowledge and skill is all it really requires.
What were you what was your education before? What was the main theme when it wasn't working for you?
I mainly just focused on biomechanics and was just, joint function and wasn't functioning how it needed to, and just the adjustments to get them back where they needed to. It was a 2 day, education,
So
ROF on the second
so you were
visit.
doing a 2 day report of finding, and it was
Yeah,
just kind of generic stuff. So you didn't have
right.
a good system.
No, no, I didn't.
Okay. All right, pretty exciting. By the way, would you ever go back to that, knowing what you know now and how easy it is to communicate with patients? By the way, I think you told me you're having 60% of your patients prepay.
Yeah, yeah, about 65% now.
65% prepay. Knowing what you know now, would you ever go back to what you were doing in a 2 day report of findings and all that?
No, that'd be stupid to do that.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that because that's exactly what happened to me when I started applying it. My practice skyrocketed, and I never listened to another chiropractor about marketing again. And that's what I always attributed when I did Fortune 500 marketing, not chiropractic marketing. And because it's based Fortune, and the difference is Fortune 500 marketing is based on the S curve of economics, which is the science of how people buy products and services, versus chiropractic. pushing subluxation and wellness care.
Yeah.
So it's whole different world and effectiveness. So our care, when we do the science of the three phases healing, it's totally based on reverse engineering and exactly what the patient wants. We don't push anything on, we don't push any chiropractic on a patient, do we?
No, no.
No. So we pretty much go through all the categories, make it affordable to them, and you're finding out the majority of them go, yeah, that makes sense. Sign me up. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, it's best for everybody, all the parties
I'm
involved.
curious, how did you feel when you first did it? You weren't good at it, right? But you
No.
jumped right in.
Hmm.
You didn't wait around till you go, I'm going to be a black belt or anything. You were rough. I take it you're rough, right?
Yeah.
How did it feel when you took the first patient through and they agreed to pre-pray?
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I mean, I had never even asked for, that those sums of money before, or even attempted anything like that. And I just, it was hard to even believe before you do it, to believe that people would even, want to prepay for their entire care up front,
Right.
or, but the system just makes sense, all, like I said, and all for all parties involved. And so doing it, it was very easy. It was almost no effort involved. Just, I was like, I'll just say what, the things are to say, and did it. And then it just smooth, worked out super easy.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, isn't it? When the first person prepays, it's a little shocking, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't even believe it really. And you're just like, oh, wow. Okay. Well, this works.
You can't, I mean, you can't fight with success.
Right.
So, and again, when we say prepay, we make it affordable to them. When we say prepay, we make
Hmm.
the care affordable. That's what that means.
Yeah. They always, most of them say, oh, wow, that's not bad at all. And they're shocked at being how affordable it is.
Yeah. 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 It's life changing. And I say that's why, most chiropractors can pretty much increase their income between 100, $150,000 within 90 days. You'll be about 150. I had another client that was seeing 70 visits a week, and they took it up to 140 in 90 days. And with their dollar per visit, they increased their business a little over $200,000 in 90 days just from the patient education. Yeah,
Wow.
that's life changing. You're definitely going to go over 100,000. And as soon as you go over 100,000, that changes the neighborhood you live in, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Changes the car you drive, changes the size of your house, changes whether or
Mhm.
not you send your kids to private school or not, changes
Yeah.
changes your vacations. Yeah.
Yeah. Life changing.
In other words, all the things you went to chiropractic school for, right? To have a high quality life.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Life changing.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Yep.